Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lead Change Empowerment Podcast, where we empower you in your now and lead the change you want to see in yourself and others. Without further ado, here to serve you, your host, Mr. Steve Robinson.
Welcome to the Lead Change Empowerment Podcast. I am your host, Steve Robinson, and I'm back. Okay, I'm grateful to be back, but I'm back. I'm going to do a little explaining today. Explain why I've been gone for the past 30 days. Explain what's going to be coming up to keep you up, the Lead Change Empowerment community. Thank you for the emails. I know I just got started into podcasting, but the emails and response since I've been gone the past, almost been a month, maybe about 3-4 weeks, the response has been great. So thank you. I'm glad that you all are listening. I'm glad that you are finding value in the content that they're putting out. And it's going to be a new format going into January, and I'm going to explain some of that to you. So, yes, like I said, I've been gone and working on launching the new format. The new format will come out around that last week of January. From now till then, instead of twice a week shows, we're going to definitely do once a week shows. Still giving you some more information, but coming into the end of January, it's going to be back to twice a week. I will have a co-host on some of my shows. Maybe once a week is going to be a co-host. I'm excited to introduce the co-host to you, to give you a little bit about who's coming up. Can't release it yet. We got to finish a couple things. But we'll be continuing to interview different people with different experts on business, definitely all new content, still talking about productivity, personal development, parenting, health and wellness, business, all things relationships, all things life, to empower you from where you are now and to help you get where you want to be. So coming up the end of January, the Lead Change Empowerment will release something totally new. Still in the works on whether I'm going to change the avatar or not. I don't know if I'm going to change the picture yet. That's still up in the air. We'll see what happens. But today, and this is part of what I'm going to tell you about today, today's show, and this is basically telling you like what they didn't tell you about the 92% of you that won't reach your goals going into 2017. The study showed that 92% of you who set goals, 92% of us, let's say us, who set goals will not reach their goal in 2017. And I'm going to break down why. I'm going to tell you why that's going to happen and why that's not going to, why they say that you won't make it, and some of the things that I've read and some of the things that I know myself. And that mean, just to help you out a little bit. So the 5 things that I'm going to give you, if you alter and change them just a little bit, this will take you out of that 92% and throw you over into that 8%. And one of the main reasons is your why. Like, your why is not big enough. Why are you setting the goal? Your why does not match your commitment. So just being specific. You're not specific on your why. You're vague. So I look at it like it's a vague request will give you a vague result. Example, like myself, I said, well, I'm going to lose weight. Well, here's a couple things. Okay, didn't specify, be specific on how much weight you want to lose. It was not the reason your why. Your why is, okay, so with mine, I do empowerment speaking, and I want to be good on stage, look good. I want my message to match the body, and that's good, but that's not big enough to the point to where it'll give you a change, because you're still speaking. I'm still speaking now. But the why had to be changed to be more specific, to where I want to be able to sleep better. I want to be able to, when I get up, I want to be able to move better. I don't want body parts aching and things like that. I don't want to go into diabetes, which is something that, most men that's overweight run into. There's many health issues. I don't want the health issues. I want to be healthy. I want to be around for the family. I want to be able to take trips with the family and do things that only you can do when you're in better health, not to be pushing around in a wheelchair, or you got machines hooked up to you and those type of things. So one of the main things is your why. Your why is not big enough. You're not specific on your goals. And so if you're not specific about the goal, you're not going to reach the goal. It's just what's going to happen. If you don't have specific goals in life, okay, if you say I want to save money, how much money do you want to save? What does saving money look like to you? Does it mean taking $5 out and putting it over here, but then going back into it? What does it look like? What does it look like to say you want to save money? Or maybe you say, I want to make $100,000. I want to make $1 million this year. How are you going to do that? What are you going to do? How much do you need to make each month? Are you in position to make that each month? Can you produce that each month to be able to say, this is what I want to be able to do? That's being specific. The second reason why 92% of the people fail at their New Year's goals is, self-doubt. You don't believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself first. Listen, I tell you, I'm transparent. I'm transparent about myself all the time. Yes, we're working to get better, but it's okay to say, like, hey, do you really believe in yourself? Are you doubting? Are you doubting the thoughts that we all come up with of why you won't and what you won't do? And that's what happens. Those thoughts that come in. And a lot of times those are the limiting beliefs. We think about things. We think of all the reasons why it can't happen. Okay, so say you want to save $10,000. Okay, there's going to be so many things as to why you can't save it. Problems in life are going to be like life's problems. They're going to be there. They're not going anywhere. You're still going to have those. That's not an excuse to be able to stop you from doing what you want to do in life. You begin to doubt yourself. If you don't believe in you, you won't achieve it. So you've already said, well, I'm not going to be able to lose weight because I have a job and we're always going out. People are always going to different events, or I have this coming up and I know I'm going to eat this and that's going to mess me up. And because those limiting beliefs, you already set yourself up for failure. You already set yourself back. And what will happen is this. You say you go the first 2 weeks, and the statistics, the way that they talk about how the gyms are going to be come January the 1st, everybody's going to be there. They're so hyped. You're hyped about starting this new weight program or weight loss, and you even get up early before it's time to go, and you're excited. And the first couple of days you're there, you're pumped up. Then by the end of that first week, somebody asks you to go somewhere. Maybe you have an event come up. Or the weather changes and it gets cold. So now it's cold outside and you don't want to get up. You just simply don't want to get up in the morning. So now it's like, I can hit this clock. So now the day comes and you're feeling guilty throughout the day because you didn't get it. Then you go to eat some junk that you shouldn't eat. And then it's like, well, I'll start back over next week, or I'll start back over next week, and next week turns into the first quarter, and the first quarter hits spring, and then it's like, I'm going to get this body ready for summer. And basically you keep a cycle going because you've doubted yourself with your limiting beliefs, and you kept yourself from making it. So you have, first thing was your why is not big enough. Second, your self-doubts. The third thing that would keep you from going into that 92% of the people who don't succeed, who reach their goals that they're going to be coming up in 2017, you're not working for it. You procrastinate. Again, that goes with, well, I'll start tomorrow. Well, I did a couple of days, but I'm going to start tomorrow. You're not going to work for it. You're not going to put action. If you do not put action to your plan, then nothing is going to happen. You got to build the momentum, the small action steps. Instead of watching the TV, instead of surfing the internet, instead of talking on the phone about nothing, put action. Put action to your plan. Put action to your goals. Check your goals daily. Check what you're doing daily. Or am I doing the things that take me in the direction of my goal? Am I putting action to this? Am I willing to work for it? That's, again, it goes back to the why. Is your why strong enough? Are you going to put that time in to work for it? Am I willing to get up even though I know it's cold and I still want to go? Am I willing to go past the work for it, to put up the time to, if it's write a book, maybe it may be to write a book, maybe it be to to do a podcast, whatever it is that you have for your goals in 2017, are you willing to work for it? Apparently 92%, according to statistics, 92% of the people are not willing to work for it. Number 4, this is big. This works for me. Accountability partners. Don't get yes men or yes women. Get accountability partners that will tell you when you're wrong, that will check you on what you're doing. I say that a lot, when I do different speeches and I talk to young people to empower them, to help them, to empower them, to tell them, like, if you're running with a group of people where no one's going to tell you, hey, you need to chill out, you need to stop doing this, or, this is wrong, then you need to switch up who you're running with. And it's the same way with these goals. You get accountability partners. Seek advice from experts. Seek guidance. A couple things that I'm doing this year is, one, I'm getting me a speaker coach. Ariel Moody, I'm coming. Don't worry about it. It's on. It's popping. You gotta get a coach. You gotta get a coach to help you out. You gotta get expert advice. I have a plan to go to at least 2 conferences. One being either another speaker conference, and I want to go to a podcast conference. So those are some of the things, but get those accounted, because you got to go learn. You got to go seek advice from the people, and then get people around you who's going to hold you accountable to set it aside. Okay, you don't have the money to do this. Maybe you don't have them. Okay, how are you setting that up? Start to set some aside. It doesn't matter how long it may take you. Okay, set some aside to go do this. Maybe that means not going out to lunch, or not going out for beers, or not going to a movie one time. I mean, you can get a Fire Stick and watch everything at this point. But anyway, accountability partners help. You got to get 3 to 4 people who can talk to you and you listen to them and they check on you. My brother does that with working out. He's working out. He's making a tremendous transformation in his body. He's calling me. We're calling each other in the morning. Hey, did you make it today? Are you on your way to the gym? What's going? And when it happens every day, you don't want to sit there and be like, dang, I'm not going. Dang, I didn't do it. Get an accountability partner, because once you're accountable, you're not just doing it for yourself. You got people that's trying to help you. And making sure that, like I said, that why is very strong. Making sure that is very strong. Being specific on the goals that you want. If knowing what, if there's a saying, I think Les Brown said it, something like if knowing what we needed to do to be successful was enough, then we would all be successful. I think it's something like that. I didn't look it up. I should have looked it up, but I've heard him say it before. It's like basically saying we all know what it takes to be successful. We know what it takes to reach the goals. If that's all we needed, then everyone would be 100% every year. But the only reason 92% don't, because they don't want to take that other 8% and be able to apply the action to put in for it. So, to recap these things about in order to avoid the 92% of people who will not reach their goals, you want to make sure that you're wise. You want to be specific. You're not specific. You want to make sure that you eliminate self-doubt. You want to make sure that you're going to work for the goal, get accountability partners, and the why has to be strong enough. Your why must be strong enough. The why has to be stronger than your excuses. The reasons you want it must outweigh the excuses. If they don't, you will not make it. Like I said, problems are a sign of life. That's going to happen. You're going to run into things different every day. There's going to be changes to come. There's going to come things up, whether it be spouse, relationship, kids, business, just life. There are things that are going to be changing outside of life, but that does not affect what you want to do for yourself. At the end of the day, you got to hold yourself accountable. You got to take action. Your why has to be stronger than your excuses. And so I'm giving you this to help you avoid the 92% of people who are not going to make it this year. Now, these same 92%, they'll start popping up around September, October, November about what they're going to do coming into 2018. I'm going to get this. I'm starting now. Hurry up 2017 and be over. And it's like one of my partners there, one of our fraternity brothers, he said, you got the same people that's talking about we want 2016 to be over. They said we wanted 2014 to be over. We wanted 2013 to be over. You wanted 20. You're miserable. You're not putting action to your plan, so you're going to keep making excuses. So don't be that one. And as always, listen, thank you. The 1-year anniversary of Prayer, Patience, Progress, the book. It has been an amazing journey for me, and I thank you all. I'm very grateful for that. We're working on the second book. I'm not going to release anything about it right this moment, but I thank you for that. I thank you for all the support for Prayer, Patience, Progress. It's still moving. It's still going out. It's still empowering lives, and I'm grateful for that. So, with that said, I'm going to leave you like I do always. Prayer, patience, progress in that order. Make sure to leave a review. I know we've been gone. Leave a review on iTunes, SoundCloud, Spreaker. We're back in business. Like I said, get ready for the new layout that's coming out late January, last week of January. All right? Take care. God bless.